in the year 1991, I read a book called Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. It's a very beautiful book. Everybody should read it. After reading that book, I had made one mission statement for me, and that mission statement says that I will build my career in healthcare and I will open an orphanage. Let me be very candid and simple in this. By grace of God, I have never been broken down. There are discouragement from so many people, from society, people, circumstances. So discouragement will come to your way. But fortunately for me, any negative thoughts or negative things, negative statements gives me rather double courage to work doubly hard. And if somebody comes and passes some negative things or negative remark, how I counter is I work 2-3 hours more on that particular day. So that negativity goes away on that very particular day. हमें आज आवश्यकता है मिनिमलिस्ट अप्रोच अपनाने की. कोई जरूरी नहीं है, आपको बहुत सारी रिक्वायरमेंट्स नहीं है, आपको 2 सेट कपड़े में भी काम चल जाएगा. आप अपनी जरूरतें कम करके तो देखो, फिर आपको जीवन का आनंद मिलेगा. तो हम लोग को चाहिए कि हम लोग सोसाइटी में एजुकेट करें कि सामान से या फिजिकल पोजीशन से खुशियां नहीं मिलती. खुशी ढूंढने के लिए आपको ह्यूमन रिलेशन पर ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. हम अपने घर में अपने भाई से कैसे बात करते हैं, हम अपने
Hello everyone, I am Ashwarya Upadhyay from the Dhanbad Resistance, and today we are here in the Sarfi Hospital with a great personality. Earlier, people used to travel a lot to get the basic medical treatment, but now the things are reversed. People from Jharkhand is a very big state, but people from Jharkhand travel to Dhanbad to get the medical treatment from the Sarfi Hospital, and this is possible all because of Mr. Harendra Singh, who is the CEO of Asarfi Hospital. So let's know more about him. So what things inspired you to come in the healthcare and the medical field? So can we know to get about it from you?
Yeah, after completing I'm a graduate in electronics, and after completing my MBA from Delhi, I joined my family business, which was basically into civil construction.
Okay.
And after working there for 5 years, I realized that I'm not enjoying. And then things got changed. My father wanted to have a hospital. My father died because of heart attack here in Dhanbad. And that inspired me to venture into this field. So I gradually started collecting information. I gathered people. I joined hands with one of the renowned gynecologists, Dr. S.K. Das, who is still with us, and we started this journey. And when we moved forward in healthcare, we realized that if we want to contribute more to the society, we needed to have super specialty departments. And then we added cardiology, neurosurgery, gastroenterology. Recently we have started a 150-bed cancer hospital. So this is the brief as to how I came into this field, and we are happy to contribute and saving life of people of Dhanbad.
Okay, sir. So this was the inspiration which inspired you to come in this field. So may we know that where you are born and brought up, in which state, basically?
I born in Dhanbad itself. I born in there is a place called Fulari Tan in Bagmara in the year 1973, and my education up to 10th standard happened in Bagmara itself. I did my matriculation from Bagmara school. Then I did intermediate and graduation from AN College Patna in electronics. And then I did MBA from Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management, New Delhi.
Okay, sir. So when you were a teenager, sir, so what did you wanted to become when you? Everyone wants to become something when they grow up. So what was your
This is
dream when
very
you grow up?
interesting question. No, most of the people dream something and finally achieve something different. So it is not that what I wanted to become, but definitely in the year 1991, I read a book called Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. It's a very beautiful book. Everybody should read it. After reading that book, I had made one mission statement for me, and that mission statement says that I will build my career in healthcare and I will open an orphanage.
Okay.
So this was my dream in 1991. But in between, I forgot that what I wanted to become. Fortunately, in 2004, I got that piece of paper, and then I started seriously thinking that I should build my career in healthcare. So this is how things happened. But exactly everybody cannot decide what they want to become in their as a teenager, because
yes.
when you decide things in advance, that advance, one teenager decide that I will become this, anybody can become anything. So that decision making, when you are making that decision, is very crucial. So fortunately, I am one of the fortunates that I wanted to build my career in healthcare. One regret still I have, that I wanted to have a very good old age home where we could take care of elderly people. Looking forward 50 years from now, we will have a plenty of aged population who will require care, and I think I have plenty of time left. I will definitely construct it.
Yes, sir. So, and as we all know, that in everyone's life there is a phase when people break down mentally. So, I know that that phase would have come in your life too. So, did that stop you to grow up? And can you please tell us about
Let
it?
me very candid and simple in this. By grace of God, I have never been broken down. There are discouragement from so many people, from society, people, circumstances. So discouragement will come to your way. But fortunately for me, any negative thoughts or negative things, negative statements gives me rather double courage to work doubly hard. And if somebody comes and passes some negative things or negative remark, how I counter is I work 2-3 hours more on that particular day. So that negativity goes away on that very particular day. So fortunately, in my life, I have never been bogged down by problems. I keep on working hard, and I want to give a message also. There is only one way to excel in life, is hard work, and hard work. There is no alternative. You have to be very honest, very candid. You have to work hard, keeping your intent in mind, that your intent should be correct. If you have a correct intent, if you are correct in your thought process, nothing can deter you.
That's why, so you are an inspiration for us, and we are very encouraged by your words, sir. And one more thing, one more issue is in Dhanbad, that everyone knows that Dhanbad is the coal capital of India, and electricity is supplied from Dhanbad in India. But whenever it starts raining or it's the weather of monsoon, the electricity is not good, sir. Everyone knows it. So can you please tell us that people should come in front and raise this issue? What are your views on this point, sir? Can you please tell us?
Probably we are the hardest hit industry because of electricity problem. We have plenty of machines which are very high-end machine, and during a whole day, going like if you know the power cut is absolutely normal. If you are having a power cut, but pre-disclosed timing for power cut should be there. If I don't have sufficient power, and for the time being, if I am having the situation is that power cut is inevitable, in that case also, if we do proper planning, power cut should have a timing, and this is the immediate solution to industry like us, because there are lots of patients on ventilator and so many life-saving equipments. But problem is power goes and comes back 10 times in 1 hour, which is very pathetic, and we are hardest hit. Our cost of maintenance goes up. Many a times it is life threatening in our hospital also. So power, basically every industry require power, and this is the real problem of Dhanbad today, that industries are hardly hit and they are suffering badly. The leadership of this state should think very seriously as to how we can, manage the available resources. The resources which are available should be managed in such a way that the problem is minimized, and then gradually build up so that problem is eliminated. Here one example is Dhanbad produces coal, electricity is produced in Maithan, and it gives light, uninterrupted power supply to Delhi. This is dichotomy. So what we are lacking? We are lacking willpower, and
Exactly.
with little effort, our leadership can sort out this issue, and electricity is not a big issue if we are willing to resolve it.
Sir, and Asarfi is such a big hospital, and everyone knows you that you are the CEO of Asarfi Hospital. Sir, but the main thing is, we are seeing the hoardings that you are standing from Bharatiya Janata Party in the politics. So I want to know from you, sir, that you are standing in any national party or you are standing independently, sir?
No, this is not the right question. It is being interpreted that I am coming
Yes, sir,
into politics. So
rumors
it
are
is just
also there.
interpretation of people who are politically inclined. My hoarding is there. It is just a wishes on my good wishes on 15th August and Raksha Bandhan. It is very premature stage to say that I am coming into politics. We have never been into active politics. Our inclination, and we are since the beginning of our life, from our parent and Dadaji also, we are related and associated with Sangh and Sangh activity. We used to participate in Sakha also. So politically, our inclination towards BJP is there, but it is not true to say that we are coming into politics as of now. If we are given any responsibility, we are not going to run away from that. But as of now, this poster banner should not be interpreted in a different way.
Okay, sir. Rumors are also there. So this is a reason for this question, sir. Sir, and one more thing I want to ask. सर, आपका एक जर्नी रहा है जहाँ पे मैंने देखा है कि आपका एक मिठाई का दुकान हुआ करता था शायद, तो वहाँ से लेकर के यहाँ तक का सफर आपके लिए मुश्किल भरा रहा होगा।
नहीं, हमारे पिताजी मिठाई दुकान चलाते थे, और सभी लोग जैसे जीवन यापन के लिए करते हैं, हम लोग के जीवन में भी संघर्ष रहा है, और संघर्ष आपको सिखाता है, संघर्ष आपको मजबूत बनाता है।
जी।
जैसे आपने पहले पूछा था कि आपको किन चीजों से
मेंटल
ब्रेकडाउन होता है। संघर्ष सिर्फ आपको मजबूत करने के लिए होता है। संघर्ष से आप सिर्फ मजबूत बनते हैं।
जी।
आपको सिर्फ नजरिया चाहिए कि आप उसको देखते कैसे हैं। आप अगर आज अपने बीते हुए कल से बेहतर हैं, तो इससे ज्यादा आपको कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए होता है। और आप अगर अपने जिंदगी को थोड़ा भी एनालाइज करेंगे, तो भगवान ने जब हमें बनाया है, तो उसमें रिक्वायरमेंट ज्यादा नहीं है। हमें जीने के लिए कुछ ज़्यादा चाहिए नहीं। हम लोग अपने रिक्वायरमेंट्स को बढ़ाते हैं और हम लोग खुद को उस स्टेज में ले जाते हैं जहां हम लोग ब्रेकडाउन होते हैं। आप सुनते होंगे कि लोग मोबाइल अगर रोक लें तो बच्चा सुसाइड कर लेता है।
हाँ।
क्या ये रीजन है सुसाइड करने का?
बिल्कुल भी नहीं।
मेरे घर में एक मेड है, उसका एक छोटा बेटा है 12 साल का। आज मैं सुबह उसको समझा के आया हूं कि बेटा मोबाइल यूज मत करो, मोबाइल तुमको हार्म कर रहा है। उसने खाना छोड़ दिया, पीना छोड़ दिया, अपनी माँ पर अटैक करता है, अपनी दादी को मारने लगता है। ये इफेक्ट है हम अपनी जरूरतों को यदि ज्यादा बढ़ाते हैं। हमें आज आवश्यकता है मिनिमलिस्ट अप्रोच अपनाने की। कोई जरूरी नहीं है, आपको बहुत सारी रिक्वायरमेंट्स नहीं है, आपको 2 सेट कपड़े में भी काम चल जाएगा। आप अपनी जरूरतें कम करके तो देखो, फिर आपको जीवन का आनंद मिलेगा। तो हम लोग को चाहिए कि हम लोग सोसाइटी में एजुकेट करें कि सामान से या फिजिकल पोजेशन से खुशियां नहीं मिलती। खुशी ढूंढने के लिए आपको ह्यूमन रिलेशन पर ध्यान देना पड़ेगा। हम अपने घर में अपने भाई से कैसे बात करते हैं, हम अपने दीदी से कैसे बात करते हैं। हम लोग भी देखते हैं कई बार छोटा भाई है, बड़ी बहन को तुम बोल रहा है, हम लोग नहीं टोकते हैं, हम लोग नहीं टोकते हैं, लेकिन वो सही नहीं है। संस्कार डालना होगा भीतर से। संस्कार एक छोटी छोटी चीजों से लाइफ बनता है और हम लोग को छोटी छोटी चीजों पर ध्यान देना चाहिए।
सर, तो इतना लंबा सफर तय करने के बाद आज आप सीईओ हैं सरफी हॉस्पिटल के, तो आप अभी जो यूथ है हमारा, जो आगे बढ़ रहा है अपना करियर के खोज में, आगे वो लोग जो बढ़ रहे हैं, तो उनको आप क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगे? बहुत हर्डल्स हैं सबके लाइफ में और सब कोई अपने लाइफ में संघर्ष कर रहा है, और कोई टूट जा रहा है, रुक जा रहा है, किसी को एंजाइटी हो जा रहा है, पैनिक अटैक्स हो रहा है। उन लोगों को आप गाइड कैसे करना चाहेंगे सर? आप एक मैसेज दे दीजिए उनको बस।
सबसे पहले तो आप वैसे भी लीज पर हैं। हमारा लाइफ स्पैन एकदम लिमिटेड है, फिक्स्ड है। हर लोग एक सर्टेन एज के लिए इस धरती पर आए हैं, तो ना इस धरती पर हम कुछ लेके आए हैं ना कुछ लेके जाएंगे। इसलिए आपको परेशान होने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। आप जैसे हैं पहले तो चुनाव करिए, आप पहले खुश रहने का डिसीजन करिए। तो सबसे पहला डिसीजन होना चाहिए कि हम आज से खुश रहेंगे। सो दिस इज मैसेज नंबर 1। एवरी यूथ कैन चूज टू बी हैप्पी। वो आज डिसाइड कर ले कि हमको बस खुश रहना है, कुछ मिले ना मिले हमें खुश रहना है। हो सकता है कि एक टाइम का ही खाना मिले, बट जीने के लिए तो उतना ही सफिशियंट है। कोई आप अगर सर्वे करेंगी तो आप पाएंगे कि भूख से मरने वालों की संख्या खाना खा के मरने वालों की संख्या से हजारों गुना कम है। तो भूख से कोई नहीं मरता, इसका मतलब हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट्स कम है। यूथ को सिर्फ ये जानना है कि हम अगर परेशान हैं तो क्यों परेशान हैं, और उस परेशानी से बचने के लिए आपको सिर्फ थॉट प्रोसेस चेंज करना है, और थॉट प्रोसेस पर विजय पाकर आप एक अच्छा जिंदगी जी सकते हैं।
तो ये थे हमारे साथ मिस्टर हरेंद्र सिंह, द CEO of असरफी हॉस्पिटल, and from this information we would like to end the interview. I'm Ashwarya Upadhyay from the Dhanbad Residence, and thank you so much for hearing this and watching this.
Thank you very much.